Hey everybody, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. We're going to talk about animal security and some tough lessons learned today.
Let's get into it.
All right, so we got to change positions.
No, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Welcome back to the Renewed Homestead.
No. Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to a chilly evening on the Renewed Homestead. I'm Ben.
I'm Denise.
It's Denise, and it's our chickens.
Well, our chickens, our ducks, and our turkey.
That's right. And one guinea, Queekin, raised by a chicken, thinks he's a chicken.
That's why he's Guican. He's a guinea chicken, even though Guican's about to go to the crock pot.
Yeah, he is. He's a jerk. But fence is not hot. But we wanted to talk about security today. We've been meaning to give you an update anyway, but we had a tough lesson last night and this morning. But we'll get to that a little bit. But wanted to talk about
Well, we want to talk about how we keep the animals secure.
Right.
So y'all already know that we have Premier One netting up around the sheep that is electrified, as well as the, what do you call it, the shantytown?
The shantytown sheep tractor.
Shantytown sheep tractor.
Yes.
So, but how do we keep the birds safe?
Right. And obviously we've got more Premier One fencing, which up here we're able to get the posts in a little easier, and we've adjusted to putting those up. But you've seen the chicken coop in the past, and obviously it's on skids. It's gotten moved around different places, and we're getting ready to move it again because this area is ready to be set up for our food forest. We've got some trees in here already.
Yep, and as you saw in a previous video, we needed to kind of clear this area, get some fertilizer on it, get it cleared. So we brought the chickens up here. They've been up here for several weeks, have done exactly what we wanted them to do. So we'll be moving them soon. But this is our main flock of chickens. These are most of our egg layers, and we do have some down in the barn, which you'll see. The chickens in the barn will be the ones that are going to go up in the field behind the sheep and the cows eventually. These are the ones that will move around occasionally, but these are the ones that are going to stay close to the house because we gather so many eggs from every day.
These are the Zone 1 birds.
Yes, and these are the ones that will propagate for us.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe even sell some of those eggs when it's time to hatch some out. But
yes.
But the chickens don't like the chickens. The ducks don't like the chicken coop. And we tried, and now turkey is probably too big to get through the opening to get into the chicken coop anyway. So that's what you're seeing here is we built a duck coop with a big bar across the top for the turkey to get on, because ducks like it on the ground, turkey likes being up.
And turkey thinks he's a duck.
Yes. So we've got a guinea that thinks he's a chicken. Yes. We've got a turkey that thinks he's a duck. But anyway, so we have both of those, and we do shut them in at night. We don't want them running around. We've got owls. We've got other predators, and we'll talk about that too. But the ducks are really good about at nighttime for ducks.
Yeah. Well, so it's good night time. It's time to It's time to good night. No, good night time is in the pen. And what did I just say? Time for bed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just completely say it every single night.
We say it so often it's habit, but anyway, nighttime for quackers, I think.
So it's time for bed. As you've seen, pulls them from the pond or pulls them out of the coop into the coop, and then good night time, they will actually go into their duck house. Yeah. Good night time. Good night time. Good night time. Good night time. Good job, Quacker Crew and Turkey. Good job. Good job. So you can see Turkey's perch and the duckies. and they're now going in there without me saying that.
Yeah, but we entice them with some food, some feed to get some corn in their craw, keep them warm at night. And so they come in here, they eat and peck around for a little bit. We fence them in. Turkey, however, if we don't get up here before it gets dark, he gets up on this branch. And as big as he is, I'm not too worried about him, but it is cold out.
And we'd rather him be inside where it's protected.
Because we did lose those too. Remember, they flew. I think they were up in the tree or got up high anyway and flew out, and somehow wound up without having any heads.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So we're extra protective of him. Make sure he's in, but so yeah, the chickens get shut in when they're all in. The ducks get shut in when they're in with the turkey, and
then this goes live at night. So we open this to let them out in free range a little bit during the day. And then at night, this fence goes on so it's hot. So nothing can get in, nothing can get out. And that has protected them extremely well. We have not had any issues. So the chickens are closed up in the coop. The ducks and the turkey are closed up in this little home here. So it keeps everybody nice and safe. And just on a side note, I wanted to just mention something really quickly. Everybody's kind of panicking about this avian flu, and it has hit North Carolina and South Carolina apparently, and everybody's saying, oh my gosh, get your chickens inside, and you have to keep them indoors. Well, I think that's a really bad idea. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why. Number 1, sunshine is great for their immune system. It helps actually kill viruses. The sun is a great killer of viruses.
That goes for people too.
Yes, so yes, being outside in the sun and being outdoors is really good for your health. But also what happens if you get a chicken that has the sickness, right? Now you've put that chicken inside with every other chicken that you have, close quarters. So now it is going to spread like wildfire, and it is spreading through wild birds. They said it hasn't jumped to humans yet. We're not worried about it. They get plenty of sunshine. They get really good feed. If one of them comes down with something, we will cull that chicken, obviously. But I want to say I think it's a horrible idea to put all of your chickens indoors and get them out of the sun and put them all in together where a virus could spread like crazy.
Not to mention they will poop under your bed.
Ew. I don't think they mean to bring them in your house. I don't know, maybe they do. They're just saying bring them indoors.
Wasn't one of the YouTubers we were watching, he's more on the political side, but was saying, well, you know, where am I going to put chickens in my house? Well, when they mean indoors, they mean in the barn. But
yes,
but that's why I said they'll poop under your bed.
But just a side note of, I don't think there's any need to panic. I just wanted to say I think that's a horrible idea.
Yes. The good Lord has given us all good immune systems.
Yeah, as long as we take care of it.
As long as we take care of it, yes. But anyway, so all right, so we've got the fencing. They're shut in at night. Come out in the morning as soon as the sun gets up. We open them up, and the quacker crew.
Yeah, you've seen me, and I open the fence and say freedom, and they view.
Yep, right for the creek or right for the pond.
Yeah, and y'all have seen that.
Anyway, so we want to take you down to the barn. And we've got some things to talk about there and the security and what happened last night. So be right back. We're down by the barn, but before we get into that, one other note on the ducks. Since we're enticing them into the fenced area with food, ducks have to have water when they eat. They've got to be able to clear their nostrils. Mm-hmm. So that's the other reason we kind of get them in a little bit early, give them some time to eat, get a drink. Then we close them up for the night because they don't have water in there because it would just be a wet mess, and we don't want turkey getting wet. So
yes, and one of the main reasons, well, there's 2 reasons we feed the chickens at night. One is, as Ben said, it keeps their craw full and they stay warm. But also because feeding them at night actually helps egg production. So that's both reasons why we give them a little bit of food at night before they go in.
Yeah, and we have had more eggs than we can eat, literally. Just up until about the last 10 days when it got really cold and the production dropped way down. But we think they might be hiding them too because it is cold. We might find a whole stash of them in here in the hay like we've found in the past. But anyway, onto the barn. We've got 3 pens set up. One's for the chickens, and then the guineas actually have 2. There's a little corridor between that they can get back and forth because you know, we have a whole lot more guineas than we had originally planned.
Yes, and one of the reasons for the 2 pens as well is when we start, you know, because we do sell guineas, so if we have little babies that we are taking from the parents that we, you know, incubate and that they hatch from eggs, we need a place for them to stay warm and cozy and dry. Yeah. So we have the 3rd pen for that, but right now we close it off when we'll have the heat lamp and everything in there. But for right now, the guineas can go back and forth, and they've got a really large area to enjoy. And so do the chickens. Yeah,
and I know this isn't part of the security, but right now we've just been using the wood that we've had available and you know, slapping it together and making sure it's as secure as possible. Once we have the sawmill up, I know you're excited about it. I'm excited about it. It's still in the box. Once that's up, we're going to go through and make nicer pins in there, plus actually build a loft in there so we can put stuff up above, because you know the thing's basically 3 stories tall, and that's a lot of dead space. Plus, having a floor above them for the loft will also help keep that heat in for them in the winter.
Yes, but do you want to take them in and, well, do you want to go over what happened first and then bring them in?
Yeah, so these pins were built, you know, wood frame, chicken wire all around it. There are some gaps, and we haven't been concerned about it. It hasn't been any issues.
Well, we didn't think that the gaps were big enough, really.
Right.
There were gaps, but we didn't think it was big enough for anything to get through.
Right, but we got home late last night, later than normal, and some of the guineas were up in the tree already, and so, you know, once that sun goes down, it's all a matter of timing, and we couldn't be home. It got dark. We came out here, and one of the guineas was missing its head.
Same thing that happened to the turkeys.
Very upsetting. Same thing that happened to the turkeys. Well, you know, we got everybody out of the tree and corralled in and closed off, and
thinking they were all safe, because guineas will like to roost in trees. And the issue with, well, right now, you know, we've got a lot of deciduous trees, so they're sitting in trees that have no leaves. And what happens is owls will fly by, they'll see the guineas, they'll pick one up. The issue is that the next night, the guineas...
It becomes the golden corral.
Yes.
Every night.
Every night, because they don't go to a different tree. They will go up in the exact same tree. So we don't want them roosting in trees, because they're not smart enough to go up into the forest in a pine tree or to go to a different tree. They will go to the same tree and roost where they just lost one of their brothers or sisters.
Right,
so.
Right. I think it's in frame. Got the deciduous tree here. That they actually go to the same one. The black walnut on the back side of the barn is where they like to go. But literally right there, pine trees. There's a whole pine grove. They would be reasonably safe in there, but
they're not smart birds.
No, they're not.
But they do their job.
I came out this morning and there were more feathers, and we lost another one.
We lost 2 more.
Well, we lost that one, and that one, without being too graphic, basically it was nothing but a shell. I mean, whatever it was, ate all the way through the inside. And then we came out a little bit later to check, and
we must have missed it.
I missed it the first time, because there was another guinea, but he had been injured really badly. I mean, he was not savable. So I quickly and humanely dispatched him as fast as I could and as kind as I could. So we now have 3 guinea carcasses in our compost pile, and we've started looking to see, all right, well, where did the attack seem to happen, and narrowed it down, and there's a good-sized gap in there. And I talked to our neighbor Larry and told him what happened. He's like, oh, that is definitely a possum. So.
And I felt horrible. I know Ben did too, but I felt really bad because I thought they were safe. And it's one thing if the guineas are being stupid and go off and get hurt, you know, on their own, right? And it would still be bad, but it's not like it's our fault.
Right.
You know, and even though I know a lot of people think guineas are disposable, they're still under our care. So I felt really horrible that I felt they were safe. We left, and, you know, we didn't realize that small of a gap an opossum could get through, and sure enough it did. And, you know, so we made a lot of adjustments today.
Yeah, well, and just like the owls, now the possum knows that there's a huge smorgasbord in there, he's going to be back. So we spent the afternoon, we'll show you the footage, shored up that area, put some more chicken wire in. I think we're as safe as we can possibly be. I set up a couple more motion sensor solar lights. I've just got some small ones, but that pops on, and hopefully that will deter anything else from even going into the barn. But we can try to take you in. I don't know how well you're... It's a little dark, but we'll try to walk you through, and if it doesn't work, we'll edit this out. So, right, I can see right there. See, the air flows right through, and being an old tobacco barn, that was intentional, obviously. They'd hang the tobacco across these beams. You can see the beams. The wood stacked on there is part of the renovation of the old house. That's all wood that we've saved and we're going to rebuild with. But eventually we would like to get, you know, more stalls set up in here. And then where you see this beam coming across the top, that's where that would be the floor of the loft and be the roof and keep it warm in here. But you can see we've got the guineas to go into this side. There is a piece of plywood there because that's where they go through, and 2 of the guineas are already in for the evening. And sorry, just trying to walk you through here. This is the chicken side. I know it makes for bad videoing with the shakiness, but we set you down here. But you can see they perch across there. A couple of nesting boxes over in here. And I know you can't see it, but that whole area is covered in a tarp as well, so we don't get that cross breeze through here, chilling them at night. But chicken wire at the top, lights for ambiance, but chicken wire between the 2 cages. But anyway, so we've got the 1, 2, and 3, you know, different coops, areas for them. Of course, they each have water and food in here. And I'm going to try to get you out of here without bumping into you too much. But
no, they're ready to go to bed.
Oh, yep. See, here they come. Now, Denise has them well trained. She just calls to them, and she throws out some feed, and they come in here, and they tease us. They run halfway in, and they run halfway back out, and William chases the other ones out, and it becomes a whole fiasco. So.
Well, I think it's a male guinea thing to chase off the other guineas for competition. He doesn't do it to his mate, but he does it to the other guineas.
Yeah. So we got a few over there.
Come on, guys, you ready to eat?
Split up. The others went around the back side of the barn. I'm just going to set you down right here, and you can watch the shenanigans as we try to get these guys put up. And yes, the tripod is level. The barn is leaning. You can see it compared to the shop. It is leaning. We are going to work on getting that shored up as soon as we have time to deal with that too.
Come on,
we definitely don't want to lose that barn.
Here, guys. Here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, good Lord, Rooster, you scared me.
Oh, I left it open. I should have shut it.
Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, William. Come on. Come on, sweetheart.
Coming at you.
I would go around that way first. They're going to go to the forest.
Okay.
Come on, guys. Chicks. Here, come on. Come on. Chicks.
See, there goes William.
I don't have my stick. I need my stick.
What'd I say? William likes to chase them off. Here, you want to stand here and I'll run around the top?
I can go, it's fine. Okay, you need to go around there with the flag. Sometimes this is actually easy.
Here we go. Stepping in. All right, all but one.
There we go.
All right, one guinea, one rooster.
Something's wrong with our rooster.
It's the avian flu. He's got a sore throat. Ooh, he's coos like a guinea, or like a dove. Okay, that was fun. The guinea flew right at my face.
Where'd he go? He's right here. All right, go on, sweetheart.
You hear him? Sounds awful. Rudy's right here, the mean one.
Okay, I gotta go around.
You see him? I'll go around. He's on the back side of the barn, right?
Yep.
Almost. Here she comes. They definitely don't like being alone, so.
Go on in, sweetheart. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, you stupid bird. All right, just leave him. He'll come back. We'll try to get him in a little bit. He'll hear them and...
He can stay out with the rooster.
No, we'll try to get him in a little bit. Right now, he's just too scared.
Dooners, I don't even think they're open anymore.
So he'll calm down. We'll get him in, but sometimes they go in really easily. They want to eat, and other times it's a fiasco. Yeah. They're stupid birds. Gosh, they're stupid birds.
Food, water, protection. What more could you want? I'm gonna go free.
They're idiots. And he's up there with Rudy.
Yeah. So let's see. So in talking about animal protection, so we've got the Premier One fencing around those birds, around our sheep. We are working still on getting the fencing around to electrify the whole pasture, and then we can do our paddocks and stop moving the sheep in small increments.
Yes.
And these guys, we thought we were safe, and apparently not.
Now we know, so we've taken steps to remedy that. It was a tough lesson, but
yeah,
you know, they should be safe now, and we will keep an eye on everything very closely.
And I borrowed this from Larry. He has caught many a possum with that, so we will catch him and send him way on down the road. Some people would be like, well, why don't you kill him? But we don't want to kill just to kill. He's just doing what they do, and in nature, part of his job is to clean up the forest, and so you don't have decaying flesh smelling and causing problems. He's just doing what he's
meant to do. He's hungry.
Yeah, so
we don't want him here.
No, but we will find him another home.
Yeah. Now if we had to, we would dispatch a predator.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
From hurting our birds or our sheep, but you know, if we don't have to, we would rather not.
Yeah. So if we catch him, we'll show some updates of that. But yeah, we'll be watching for him.
Yeah, but hopefully you can learn from our mistakes. Obviously, I put in the video that just the small, I mean, it was not a very big opening at all that the possum got through. So it does not take much.
No, in fact, it wasn't even wide enough to put a piece of 2x4 in that space. But you know, if he's not even a full-grown one could probably squeeze through. But
yeah, but now we know, and now we're taking steps.
Now we know, and that hole is plugged. So
yes, so. But hopefully you can learn something from this. I know we did. You know, we'll make sure we keep them safe.
Yeah. And I suppose
we'll get Idiot in soon.
We'll get the other one. They'll come. We'll go up, take care of things, get the other birds in, and by that time the other two will be down here wanting in and
Is it
squawking.
2 or 1? I thought it was just the one.
Well, the guinea and
Rudy. Rudy's a jerk. I could care less about
Rudy probably should have gone in the compost pile today with the others.
I know it sounds horrible. You know how much I care about animals. I do not care about that rooster one iota.
Well, he's attacked us both. I mean, he attacked me. I had a shovel in hand and he attacked me. That's like...
He is mean.
Yeah, you can't turn your back on him. He's right there.
Well, he waits and he waits. And he went, like, I'm working on the food forest right now. It's a little ways from here, and he will follow me just to attack me. He is mean. I don't like him.
And that's why usually Loki or all 3 dogs are out with us, but right now it's just horribly muddy. We're still a lot of snow melting. And
yeah, he doesn't attack you as much as he attacks me. But,
no, but as far as animal security, in the probably not too distant future, I would imagine we'll have a livestock guardian dog of some form or another. But
yeah, I was going to take a video of so they can see Rudy walking around. That's why I keep checking.
He thinks he's something.
But he is right over there, so I'll show you guys. Now he's not going to come up to us right now, but he's mean.
He's thinking about it. He usually, if we're together, he usually won't.
He's a big rooster.
He likes the one-on-one fight. He doesn't want the 2-on-1.
No, he's a bully. But you can see him there, and I'm trying to pan over so you can see how close the camera is. So that's how close.
Yeah, there you are. There he is. He's sneaking up on you now. Watch your back, everybody.
Watch your back.
But he does not have spurs yet. And Larry says there's a way to get rid of the spurs. I don't know, file them down, clip them. I don't know. He's going to show us how. Yeah,
we'll bring you along when he does that, because I'm sure that is something we all would like to know. They're starting to get their spurs, though.
Yeah, they're coming in.
Yeah, we'll have to do it soon.
But anyway, you can see our minds are 50 different directions between the loft and the barn, and getting the barn upright, and the sawmill, and bird spurs, and compost, and
garden and food forest.
Yeah, there is no shortage of what's going on around here, which is amazing. I love it. Someday I'll be able to do it full time, and Denise will hear me sneak out in the morning before it's even light and come out. Where is he today?
He likes the fact that we have a property big enough that
I could not get lost on, but even on a quad, you'd have a hard time finding me if I didn't want to be found.
I don't know about that. It's not that big. We've talked about it. At first we weren't really sure if we wanted to go into how large the property was for security reasons, but I think we can probably tell them, don't you? Yeah. We have
within approximate anyway.
Yeah, we're just under 54 acres.
Yeah.
So, but the open part, the pasture part's 15 to 16. So the rest is forest and steep, and some of it's really steep. Some of it we're going to clear for silvopasture. So
and while she talks, let me just pan you around here. I can show you. It's right here next to the barn. We've got the pond. I'll pan you right around here. So there's the pond that everybody likes. But you can, I know you can't tell from here, but you can. It is very steep. And from talking to one of the other neighbors, he was saying that not too many years ago, this was all just very few trees on here. I mean, you can see. Let me see if I can. Let me snuggle up behind y'all right here, right at the tip of my finger. That is a massive poplar tree. I mean, that thing. If I stand there and stretch my arms around, I can't even get halfway around it. But it's just really kind of cool. I mean, we've got a lot of forest like that. We hope to turn a lot of it back into silvopasture. I don't want to say a lot, because a good part of it we were just going to leave wild, just let it be. But you can see there's a lot of little trees in there. They're they're shading each other out, and it's just not healthy the way it is right now. So we'll be working on that too.
Yes, that is actually a big wish of ours. It's actually a big goal of ours, I should say. And we actually did file a forestry management plan, which we can do a video on in the future if you want to know a little bit more about that. But we did file that just to learn, you know, we knew some of how to take care of it, but we really wanted to learn how to really care for the forest from people that, you know, from experts that have been doing this for years. So
yeah, and some trees we didn't even know we had when they came down with the report, buckeyes, and I wouldn't be too surprised if we didn't have a patch or two of ginseng up there. I've not found it, but I'm not very good at identifying that. All kinds of mushrooms.
A lot of mushrooms.
One of these days there's a guy that'll actually come out and walk us through what edibles we have on the property, which would really be kind of fun.
Absolutely.
But, all right. Well, we have gone 90 degrees on this one, but
yes.
Anyway. All right.
Are you still in frame, do you think?
I probably am, but just in case. So I'm going to bring you along. It was
I
a set.
can't keep an eye on the rooster like this, right?
He's trying to get a beer out of the cooler. Yeah. The cooler was for water when Billy and everybody was over and putting it back in the shop. It just only gets, you never walk around a homestead empty-handed because there's always something that needs to go one direction or the other. And that just happened to be what we got this far, and it'll go up to the shop after this. But
you silly.
She said I might be out of frame. I don't want you to miss my beautiful face.
Anyways. Thank y'all for joining.
And putting up with us. but make sure you are still subscribed, and if you're not, please subscribe. Give us that thumbs up. Yeah. Anyway, as always, get your pet spayed and neutered. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. God bless you. We'll see you on the next video.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.